A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there to my channel, The Twin Flame Union. And this is a channeling session titled as Divine Masculine goes through a realization of true love with Divine Feminine. And I've also written the words merge in it. The reason I have also mentioned this here is because, first of all, this word was given to me very loud and clear, and merge usually starts happening in 5D first, and then it gradually goes down to 3D. Now, a lot of you people have been hearing the word 5D, 4D, 3D, but I would like to tell you that there are very higher dimensions also. And though we have 7 chakras in our body, but we also have chakras where the Merkaba is formed. And when the Merkaba is formed, it's like your 10th chakra and above, they also get activated. Now, there is this journey, this ascension journey is very deep, and there is a lot that happens. It's a very mystical journey. And only when you're in the metaphysical realm, only when you're in the supernatural realm, then only you can understand how it works. But for that, you have to go really deep into your mind, and you really need to have that type of urge or that type of attraction or that type of fascination towards the supernatural realm. Because, of course, whatever you see around you, that is nature, hence that's natural. But when you start living like a being who is completely surrendered being, total surrender, then you will understand and you'll start seeing things that you could not see from your 2 eyes, because then you start seeing things via your feelings, via your emotions, because your third eye, which is your actual eye, which is the eye that makes you see everything, that is completely working. So you are no longer the same person that you used to be. Now, why I really enjoy this channeling personally also, because here the divine masculine template or the divine masculine energy has actually understood ascension. And when I say ascension, obviously the words or the study or the research is done by the Divine Feminine collective mostly. But when the masculine starts understanding ascension as it's like a natural process of upliftment, they really begin to realize that the actual reason or the actual person or the situation that caused this type of journey or this type of, I won't say journey, but this type of metamorphosis actually happened because of the Divine Feminine. And even I would say this thing, that before I met my Divine Masculine, or before I realized that I was out of the false twin and boom, like I met the Divine Masculine, I felt that the preparation was already there. I mean, the work was already there. But the false twin relationship, the false twin journey was really helpful for me to know what is it that I do not want. That's also a very important part of this journey, to know what you don't want at all. Like now, if someone would give me the same things that I probably gladly accepted few years back, I would really think that I had to be like out of my mind to do that, to do those things. And it's like a rebirth. It's like you are no longer the same person. In fact, so many times you would feel that, was I really that person who used to do those things? I don't think that's me. That's definitely not me. So ascension is like you're regenerating all the time. And when you look back, sometimes most of the times, a lot of things would actually look hilarious to you. The same things that used to actually look very intense, very difficult, very horrible, and very sad and depressing, or things that would give you anxiety, you look back and you think like, oh my God, was I really doing those things? Like, oh my God, I can't believe I was that type of a person. So this is what the divine masculine is actually thinking. So he's just reflecting that information, and he's just saying that to the divine feminine. And these are the statements actually. What he's saying is that we are the same. And he's saying that your words and my saying, like me saying, or my voice, you can say your words, my voice, your words. I don't even need you to speak the words now. I can pick those words just without you saying anything, in a very subtle way, very softly, very slowly. And then he talks about the music. It's like he's talking about composing music. So he's saying that in order to compose music or to create a song, you first need to have a tune. And on those tunes, you will put your lyrics, you'll fit in your lyrics. So he's saying that you are the tune and I am the lyrics, or I am the tune, you are the lyrics. We are the same. He's basically giving many examples of how you are the same, and that's what he's now realizing it. So obviously before he says this to any of the divine feminine, I mean respectively the masculine, whosoever is his divine feminine, even if he goes and he says that to her, he first has to realize it in his own body, in his own soul body. So he's doing that. So these are all the questions and answers that he's speaking to her about. And he's saying that, please, my love, don't be upset with me, because we are the same. You and I are the same people. So if you are going to be upset with me, technically you would be upset with your own self. So it doesn't matter whether you come to me or I come to you. We are both coming to each other together. Or if we go away also, we are going away from each other, which means we are going away from our own self. Then he says to her that I'll never forget you in this life or otherwise, because our relationship is not only limited to this life. Though we are a soul, we come here alone, we go here alone, but we have the same energy, we have the same feelings, we are the same people. So I cannot forget you. You want to forget me, it's alright, you can forget me. I don't mind, but I will never do that. Because you are a habit. You are not even a habit. Habit is something you can change. You are a part of my nature. Loving you, knowing you, feeling you, understanding you is a part of my own nature. So how can I be separated from my own nature? Nature is what makes us. So we cannot be separate from nature. And then he says that I commit to you with all my heart and with all my soul. And when I make a commitment, it's not like I'll just say it. I really mean it. And it is my own inner urge that is making me commit. And for this type of commitment, I don't need to make 7 circles around the fire. I don't need to go to the church. I don't need to go to a temple or a mosque or, whichever religion you follow, whatever culture you follow. He's saying that this is a commitment that I'm making to you from my heart, from my soul. I don't need, and that's why, the marriage was so important, the marriage situation. And this is what the guides have also been telling me, that the marriage is actually happening in a higher dimension. They're already married. It's a sacred ceremony which doesn't require all of these pomp and show and processions and this and that. It's a very simple affair for them from the exterior, but deep inside he's saying that I am committed to you and you can take my word for it. You you can maybe, leave me or go away from me, or you might be the one who would say no or do whatever, but I am not going anywhere. That is my commitment to you. Okay. And I don't even need to make it a loud and clear announcement. Because he's talking to her in a telepathic way right now. For some of you, you could be even communicating to your DM, because I keep getting this information. You could be communicating with your DM and he may not be directly saying it to you directly. He's not saying I love you or something like that after all the separation phase and coming and going. But he is actually saying it to her telepathically. While they are talking, in his heart, he is saying, okay, I love you. I'm always with you. I'm committed to you. Okay, can she see it? Does she know me? Things like that. And leave all your, upsettedness or all your anger or all your negative feelings, everything, don't even bother about it. Ignore it. It doesn't even exist. And obviously, when the feminines advanced, when they progress, they also know it. They also find out this thing that their DM and the relationship they have, they don't have any grudges. So when you're in the state of pure love, you don't have any grudges. Grudges cannot exist in the energy of pure love. And you understand that just the way I made mistakes in my life, the same way they can also make mistakes. And even when they get married, even if the marriage happens, or even if the union, I mean the physical union, because for many of you, the union has already happened and you know it. You know it by looking at your financial status. You know it by looking at your peace and contentment. For those of you who think that, no, I don't have so much money, you would know that more than money, there's something which is very much important in life, and that is contentment and peace. And you have that. One of the key differences in the 3D and the 5D world, and 3D, 4D, 5D, there's a progression. So it's like the fear is in 3D, the fear-based energy, which changes into hope and reflection in 4D, where you start doing introspection, then you start releasing control, then you start seeing the difference between good and bad, or what is causing good and bad. You are very much self-motivated. In 3D, people are always complaining, there is lack of trust, the emotions are not in your control. You could be buying a lot of things, or you could always be wishing, I wish I could buy this, I wish I could get this, I wish I have it. There's too much of, wishing and things like that. But in 5D, how you change, how do you know that you're in 5D? First of all, you will have a lot of faith. You'll have much more faith than you ever had in 3D. The focus will be on the present moment. And obviously, I keep talking about surrender. Surrender would have happened fully. You would become empathetic, compassionate, very grateful, even for the problems in life, even for the bad relationships, the false twin, the karmics, the family patterns, the narcissistic family members, the torture, the trauma that you have been given by your own people, by your own bloodline. All of that will actually turn into gratefulness, and you'll be like, yeah, if all these people would not have come to my life, then I would not have been me today, how I am. This was much needed. You would be helping others, be it animals or be it humans. Obviously, you'll be helping those who need you, not those who are just pretending to be upset or always in victim mode. And you will be able to adapt very easily. Like earlier, if someone would say one thing to you, you would take it to your heart and you'll be like, how did this person say this to me? But now you'll be like, okay, they said it, fine, who cares? Or you'll be like, let me also figure it out. Maybe I am also not being patient enough, and you'll be more, into the listening mode. You'll be very creative. You'll be recycling things. You'll be living in an environment friendly manner. You'll not be buying everything, like buying furniture, buying this, buying that. You'll be buying things, but you'll be more considerate of reusing things. You'll be reusing jars, and you'll be reusing, plastic things that otherwise people throw. You'll be trying to recycle them. You'll be more cleaner, and you'll throw away all the garbage, all the trash. These are, things that genuinely start happening in 5D. And there is 6D, 7D, 8D, 9D, 10D, 11D. You don't even know. Like, there are so many dimensions. You'll be able to see opportunities in a very different way, So many changes will happen to you in 5D, and these are the changes that are happening with the Divine Masculine, because he's also graduating from 4D to 5D. He also has lived in 3D, where he had so much panic and fear and anger and rage and suppressed emotions, all natural emotions were suppressed. Now he is very much able to, release these expressions. So I'll end this channeling here. The lines have been shared and the energy has been shared. And I'll see you soon in another channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. Much love. I love you all. And those of you who cannot afford therapy, I keep getting long emails sometimes. And I want to say that, okay, if you message me, just randomly, don't just bombard me with your messages, like, hi, I'm a DF and look at my life and blah, blah, blah. And there are 100 pictures and there are so many this and that. And it's difficult for me to read it. That's why I do the channeling session. For all those people who cannot afford therapy, all those people who cannot afford a reading, you are still not there in the final stages, because when you start controlling your financial status or money, you know where to utilize money, or you start spending money on your well-being and wellness, then also you are in 5D, okay? But when you have all this financial scarcity, that means you're still not there. So if you're still not there, it's okay. It doesn't mean that only if you can afford therapy, only then you're in 5D. That's also not the case. What I'm trying to say is that whosoever cannot, don't panic, don't worry. It's all right. These channelings, I'm making these channelings for everyone. Try to utilize them as much as you can. Try to research. Try to work your way out. Go within yourself. Try to be more focused in the present moment. I've already told you what all people do when they're in 5D, and be yourself. Don't be scared to be yourself. Don't also be scared to express. But when you have expressed, when you have released, then also find some technique to relax yourself, to calm yourself down, and tell yourself. Self-motivation, self-talk is also a part of 4D and 5D. Tell yourself, it will be fine. The moment negative thoughts start bothering you, just tell yourself, it will be fine. God is there now. God is there to take care of me. Come on. Whosoever you think your God is, your Guru is there, your Master is there, your God is there. It will be fine. You are here for a very big purpose. You are here to help the earth ascend into a higher dimension. So you're definitely protected. How can anybody's negative agendas or curses work on you? They will lose the power, because you're here for a higher purpose and you're divinely guided and your masters are there. So show that faith on them and keep doing your inner work. Inner work is the key, and just chill. Stay high. I'm always high and I don't even try. One love and peace out.